So next game, are we at our afternoon slate now?
Cowboys,
I think so.
Vikings,
Oh
yeah.
my God, it's going to be a fun one right here. Curious to see where you're at on this game,
Might be
honestly.
game of the week here.
Cowboys at Vikings. Vikings, crazy win against the Bills. I don't even know if they deserve that win. They basically won off of a Josh Allen fumble of the snap. And the Cowboys lost in very disgusting fashion against the Packers. Blown their first 2-touchdown fourth quarter lead in history, I believe. Vikings are at 1.5-point underdogs at home, and the total is at 47.5.
This is weird. This is a weird line.
Yep. What
Really
should
weird
it
line.
be?
I think Vikings should be favored.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yep. Agree. Or like 3.
Weird. Okay, I don't know why Vikings are dogs here. This feels like a trap spot to me. Probably going to be the most ticketed game of the week, I'd say, at least during the Sunday day hours.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys are 10-3 against the spread in their last 13 on the road, which is interesting. So they're pretty damn good on the road. Vikings are 9-0 against the spread in the fourth quarter spreads this season. That's a fun stat.
So I'd be curious to see what they were last season.
Yeah,
because they were probably 0-9.
Yeah,
or really bad.
So the thing I thought about this earlier. So I like fading these trends when they get to a number where people start talking about it, right? But Vikings, there's another team here that are with it. The Jets are actually also 9-0 against the spread this season in the fourth quarter. But like those lines don't move. Like the fourth quarter lines don't move because they're a portion of what the total line is, right? So if it's 10, the fourth quarter line's like 2.5, 3.5, right? It's always around that number. So that might be the best value bet you can make is to fade the Vikings in the fourth quarter this season. I'm thinking. This game.
So you're trusting Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott to get it done in the fourth quarter
in Minnesota.
One of the
crazy
most
does that
insane fan bases in the NFL,
Yep.
probably
Skull.
top 5.
Skull.
Given their, one-loss team, and you're trusting the Cowboys.
Sounds crazy, doesn't it?
No one, not even Cowboys fans
Sounds
would
crazy,
believe
doesn't
you.
it? But yeah, I like the Cowboys. I like them a lot here, just because the line feels super fishy to me.
Yep.
I mean, it opened a pick, moved up to 1, looked like sharp money, did the majority of the moving. Vikings are the public side, which obviously has not been very, very good this season, and only 30% of the money they're laying on the Vikings. So this probably won't really move back unless there's a buyback situation going on here where the Vikings backers come back in on their side, trying to catch some points. Cowboys clearly seems to be the right side here.
I can't touch this.
I know.
Just
as your bias is going to weigh around on this.
And my bias would tell me to bet on the Vikings because
Really?
this line feels wrong.
It
But
does
with
feel
that
really
all being
wrong.
said, like this is where the Cowboys would just win this game.
I mean,
I hope they do.
Look at this. Cowboys just lost to the Packers, right?
And the
Who
Vikings
was bad. The Vikings just beat the Bills, who's top 3 team, right?
Right.
So, can anybody reason why this line makes any sense? It's pretty much a pick 'em.
The way I view it, I think both of these teams are around equal skill.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah, the Vikings might have a better record than us, but I feel like they're pretty around the same when it comes to like power rankings. And so with all that being said, Minnesota at home, like with that crowd, to me, the line should be like 3. It just feels right.
3 would feel
Because
right.
when I looked at it, I was like, I'm about to jump on Cowboys plus 3 right now. And then I saw, I'm like, wait, we're favored?
Yeah.
What? And so that's why I got confused.
Super spooky.
Because literally when I got on my computer to like place the bet, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna catch Cowboys like 3.5 or 3.
Yeah.
Nope. We're actually favored by 1 point. So this line feels very off to me. If there was one thing I do like, it's the under. Again, wish I got it at 48. That's what I wanted to get it at. It looked like it moved down a half point. But I just think our Cowboys defense just kind of gets it back together. I feel like when it comes to these games, there's definitely going to be overinflation when it comes to the over. And to me, it just seems like a low-scoring game. I'll go Vikings win like 24-20 or something like that.
Wow,
seems
fading
kind of
your
right
own
to me.
team. Interesting. Okay.
Dude, I don't know, man.
It's spooky.
It's just I have faith in the Vikings. Like to me, they seem like that team that no one would predict them to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like if you asked a casual person, hey, who's going to make the Super Bowl from the NFC, the Vikings would probably be the 4th team that they'd say.
Yeah.
Because it's like no one's going to trust Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins Super Bowl this year, like it just makes no sense. So it does make sense at the same time. That's how I view it.
Because destiny.
One of my favorite lines this season for totals was Vikings over 8.5 wins.
Yeah, so easy.
And I got so much flame for that because they were like, Packers are gonna win, and then they said, Kirk, how can you believe in Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
And they always fail you, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, nope, this is a Viking season. And that's why, to me, it's difficult because I'm still I took the Vikings last week against the Bills at +7. I just have faith in them. I think they're a good team.
Well, I'm sitting here on the Bills under, thinking I'm also a genius, but we'll see. Got a long ways to go.
I think maybe potentially.